Hey guys, Tony Michaels from the Sports Pick Portal is back for the divisional game playoffs of the NFL. Um, Last week was a little tough. I went 1-2-1. The tie was Buffalo. Didn't really like the New Orleans game, but I gave it as a pick for you guys, and that was a loss. And then I really liked New England, and they didn't do anything. I'm glad to see Brady gone, but didn't do well in our wallet. But Seattle is the best bet. Solid pick. Hopefully everybody that was down money got their money back. I know I sure did. I got a little bit of a profit out of it. I hit it hard, and that was a game that I really liked. We're going to jump right into these games. Saturday at 3:35. The first game is the toughest game on the card. Minnesota at San Francisco. San Francisco -7. You know, I love my 49ers. I should be wearing my hat for this video. It's going to be tough. Minnesota's played well. Their defense is holding up good. Their offense is starting to click. I don't think they could beat the 49ers in San Francisco. It's my Super Bowl team. Pick to click before week 1. Hopefully you guys got those future bets in on that team. I do think they're going to win, and I am going to stick with them with the -7. I do think that they pull away a little bit in the fourth quarter. I think their defense is just too good for this Minnesota offense to handle. Second game is the Tennessee Titans at the Baltimore Ravens at 7:15 on Saturday. Baltimore is -9.5. It's a lot of points for a team that's had a week off. They don't do great. They don't do spectacular. So one of these teams should lose, and it always happens. So just make sure you follow these games, and if the favorites keep winning, the home favorites keep winning, we got to look later on for an upset. But it's not going to be this one, guys. The Baltimore Ravens are just too good, both with the ball and against the ball. They just do things well. They know how to win. If Ingram doesn't play, it could be a different story here. They're going to have to lean towards Jackson a little bit more. It's not going to open up the pass game as much. Could be a lot closer. I expect Ingram to play. You know, he is banged up, but this is a game that he must play. Maybe he plays half a game, or maybe they see how it's going. They think they can win without him. You know, never assume that. So if he plays, they're definitely going to cover the 9.5. If he doesn't play, I think Tennessee Titans are going to be the play if Ingram doesn't play at +9.5. So keep that in mind, guys. I'm on both sides of the ball on one player, but it's a key player that really matters. Sunday at 2:05, Houston Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City -9.5. Wow, Mahomes is not who he used to be. He's not the guy from last year. Kansas City will win. They're probably one of the favorites beside Baltimore to win a Super Bowl here. A lot of guys have, went with them last year, and New England got them at the end there. Tough game. But in this game, it's going to be one of these games where, Houston's not expected to win this time, and they normally play well, but they were expected to win last week, and they did pull off a victory somehow. I was on Buffalo, and they blew the game. Inexperienced quarterback, no excuse. But the Kansas City Chiefs -9.5, I'm going to stick with them. I think they're going to roll. I think the favorites are going to do well this week. The underdogs were barking last week, so all these guys are going to be on the underdogs this week. They're going to lose the money. It's hard to be on both sides, so, favorites play favorites, and underdog guys play underdogs. So that's how, Vegas makes money. But I think the favorite will win here in the Kansas City Chiefs, by double digits. Then, if all three of those favorites win, we're going to look Seattle Seahawks at the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay -4. Look, Green Bay's not a team that should have got a bye. I don't see them as a great elite team here. There's only a few this year, and Green Bay's definitely not one of them. I like Seattle a lot in this game. +4 in Green Bay, I understand, going to be tough. But you got to look at one thing is, you know, it's all up to coaching here, and the inexperienced Green Bay coaching versus the very experienced Seattle coaching is going to be the difference here. And I do think that Seattle will pull off the upset. So you could take a money line, you could take them +4. Don't be surprised if Green Bay pulls off by a field goal or something. Should be a close game. Seattle really is lacking in running backs here. So that could hurt them. They're not the team that they were 3-4 weeks ago when they had all their running backs go down. But they are a team that could be reckoned with, and I hate to see it, my 49ers end up playing them in a revenge game. But let's look for Seattle as a top play. I like San Francisco as a top play. We're going to wait on the Tennessee and Ravens, see what's happening there with Ingram. And I think the Chiefs will pull it off by a double-digit win. This is Tony Michaels. Let's cash in big on this week from the Sports Pick Portal. I'll see you next week.